about exactly why 10xing your business or just 10xing your life in general, your relationships, your body, your being, loving yourself is a lot easier than 2x. And some of this stuff really surprised me. What they did in this book was a very good job of breaking down the science behind everything. Where in Grant Cardone's book, I kind of felt like it was more like a hype book. Like there was like a lot of motivation to it and like a lot of create the vision and go out and just hustle, 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 grind, 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 grind. These are two very different books. And so I want to explain some of the differences and why I really liked the 10x out of 2x, what I got of it, and how you can make money with it. But before we jump into this, if you get value from these episodes, do me a favor, go to Apple iTunes, show us some love by throwing us some stars. Give us some reviews, even if they're bad. If they're bad, just tell me how we can make them better. That's all we want to do is create more valuable content for the audience. And if you want to learn more about creating passive income from real estate, you're more than welcome to head on to our website, hbgcapital.net. There you can schedule a call with us, and we look forward to getting to know you. All right, so let's jump into this concept of 10x is easier than 2x. So the first thing that they did a really good job of was explaining what 10x looks like as opposed to 2x. And this is probably why I didn't get on board with Grant Cardone's book, like 10x, is when we think of 10x, we think of 10 times more calls, 10 times more employees, 10 times more problems, 10 times more effort. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, or if you've been in business for a very long time, maybe you feel like you're kind of getting burnt out on your business. You're putting your last kiddos through college, or you're starting to think about, hey, I gotta like kind of calm down here. My health is taking a toll due to the hours that I work. My relationships with my family are suffering because I'm just working too much on my business. Then listen up, because this concept was really eye-opening for me. I read for new perspectives, and this book definitely provided that, which is why I highly recommend every entrepreneur read it. If you're looking to 10x your family, your business, your body, anything in your life, this provides a good perspective. So Grant Cardone's book was really good, but I did feel like it was more of a hype book. This one, however, it started out with the concept of 2x. All right, so let's just analyze and look at what 2x means. Okay, so if I want to 2x my business, what do I need to do right now? Okay, well, I would probably need to go find 2 times the amount of deals that I'm doing, which means I need to do 2 times the amount of marketing, or I need to start making 2 times the amount of calls to buyers for the developments. I need to have 2 times the buyer's list to be able to sell the entitled land or the lots to. I need to raise 2 times the money, which means 2x the effort in all the capital raising endeavors. And I'm going to have 2 times the one-on-one calls with everybody. Holy crap. This is too much. I don't want to do this. Kill me now. But when you change it, 2x, we think in terms of linear growth. Okay, what am I doing right now? Well, I need to double that. And the brain immediately goes, oh my God, that's burnout. I'm already redlining. I can't do that. So I'm just going to stay with what I've got. I'm going to stay with my 1x. When you write down what 10xing your business looks like and look at the effort involved, it forces you to get creative, because the linear activities you're currently doing are not going to work. There's no way to 10x your employees right now. There's no way to 10x the number of deals that you have. There's no way to 10x that. But if there was, what would those efforts look like? And so it becomes a different frame. I go, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to 10x my current activities. Well, if I 10x'd, we would be doing, building 400 houses right now. We would be, developing 1,500 lots for other builders. We'd be entitling and selling 2,000 pads right now. I'm like, holy cow, that's a lot. Okay, well, what would it take to get there? Well, I would probably have to start talking with a different type of investor. I'd probably need to start talking with people who have access to institutional capital instead of mom and pop investors. I would probably have to focus on deals that aren't, 30, 40, 50 units. I'd probably have to focus on deals that were, a minimum of 150 to 200. So focusing on bigger deals instead of hiring an army of project managers to go out and tackle all these additional builds. I would probably have to focus on hiring other people who've already built companies that can build the amount of homes that I'm looking for instead of me figuring out. So 10Xing and looking at that provides a frame that you need to look at and understand what your actions would look like half the day to do that. And it's a completely different lens at looking at problems through just 2Xing. 2Xing means burnout. It means doing more of the same thing. When you 10X something and look at the actions that it would take in order to get there, that completely changes what you need to be focused on. And we talk about this 80-20 principle where, most of your profits come from 20% of the deals, 20% of your employees do 80% of the work. That's your 20%. If you look at what it takes to 10X your business and then write down the actions that it would take, which usually involves, hiring, high-level employees like a COO, focusing on much bigger deals, focusing on, maybe it's much bigger investors, stuff like that. It now gives you the roadmap to what you need to really grow and scale. That 20% is the most important thing that you're currently doing. The reason why you're not growing and scaling right now is because you're not focused on the things that are actually moving the business. You're focusing on the 80%, which is just keeping you at 1X. Hey, it works the same way for your body as well. If you're really overweight and out of shape, maybe you've got some kind of like health complications and some conditions, and you're like, okay, I want to lose 5 pounds. Well, what does it take to lose 5 pounds? Well, I would have to maybe clean my diet up a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just eat fast food less, 1 day a week. All right, that'll work. Yeah. Okay, I'll go to the gym 3 days a week instead of 2 days a week. Okay, yeah. And it doesn't, that stuff might work, but you're not going to get crazy great results. That's not going to be like life changing. But if you 10X it and be like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, I want to be able to run a marathon, whatever that is, well, now what do you need to do? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I have to stop eating fast food altogether. I need to introduce green smoothies to my diet. I need to introduce some dietary supplements that are going to, keep me going and really cleanse my system so that I can get all this crap out. I need to start hanging out with people who run. Oh, you know what? I need to join a runner's club. They'll keep me accountable. I need to hire a personal trainer. I need to go to the gym every day. Oh, I need to, if I'm going to go to the gym every day, I need to get up at 5 a.m. So I need to start getting up earlier. It changes what you should be focused on. And that frame really gives you what you need to catapult your success. It's not doing more work. It's doing activities that give you much higher leverage of results, because you can do the same thing. We all have the same amount of time. Billionaires just spend their time differently. Everybody has the same equal amount of time, but the activities they do and focus on are the reason they become so successful. Same thing for the people who, run marathons. Same thing for the people who have great relationships with their family, their mom, their dad, their brother and sister. They spend their time differently. And what I want you to take away from this is to figure out what you should be doing to spend your time on is 10X, whatever it is, and then write down what those actions look like. That's all for today. Hope you go out there and 10X your life.